Pesci, and this is Barnes & Noble Tagged. Hello out there. It's safe to come out. Winter is over, and you can actually warm up to the idea of summer. We are going to get a jump on that wonderful feeling with award-winning author Colson Whitehead and his new book, Sag Harbor. Colson Whitehead's first novel, The Intuitionist, was a finalist for the PEN/Hemingway Award. He followed with John Henry Days, a startlingly original retelling of the famous story from American folklore. The novel received several honors and was shortlisted for the National Book Critics Circle Award and the Pulitzer Prize. In 2003, a collection of his essays, The Colossus of New York, was named a New York Times Notable Book of the Year. But it is his fourth and latest novel, Sag Harbor, that he calls semi-autobiographical. So we are thrilled to have him here in the Barnes & Noble studios to tell us about summers and life in Sag Harbor. Colson Whitehead, you've been tagged. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about Sag Harbor.
Well, this is my fourth novel.
Yeah.
It takes place in the summer of 1985. And the premise is that there are a bunch of kids who live in New York City, and in the summer they go out to Sag Harbor, Long Island, which is a town in the Hamptons. And it's not really well known, but there's a small sort of black neighborhood in this mostly white Hamptons area. And their parents come out on weekends, and so the kids sort of run wild. Not too wild, because they're basically good kids and nerds, but they do get up to some shenanigans.
So I loved Benji, who's the lead character. Now, is this autobiographical? I mean, did you know, his brother Reggie, and I love their relationship and just the way they view the world. Was this who you were as a kid?
I think maybe a little more interesting. Like I tend not to have a narrative arc to my summers or do things that are particularly that interesting. Like most people, I think I'm just sort of, get along day by day. But definitely, we share some DNA. The picture on the book, Benji looks so kind of nerdy, and yet you're very cool. We got to give that to you, Colson. Very well, thanks.
Cool.
I had a big clothing breakthrough about 10 years ago.
But let me ask you this: is that who you were and who you think that he was at that time? Just this kind of confident, nerdy guy. Do you think he would look like that picture? Well, it was strange because we went through a lot of different covers, and I'm basically, when a book is done, I don't really care. I do the inside, you do the outside, and let's call it a day. But when they came up with this picture, I was like, how'd you know? Actually, it's sort of dressed like that. It was very strange. Yeah. I did tweak the sneakers. Yeah. He was wearing these Dayglow 80s sneakers, and I thought, oh no, there's a very big thing in the book about the black sneakers versus his brother's white sneakers. Yes, it's very important. Very important. Tiny things. Yeah. Colson, I think Sag Harbor is going to be in a lot of people's beach bags this summer. What is going to be in yours? Well, I always catch up on my reading in the summer, so catch up on what came out last year. So Toni Morrison's A Mercy, Netherland by Joseph O'Neill. Okay. Well, Colson, thank you so much. The book is called Sag Harbor, and it is a wonderful, wonderful way to spend an afternoon, especially on the beach. So thank you. Sounds good. Thanks. Here's a tagged close-up. A closer look at a book whose photos tell the story as well as the words. National Geographic's My Favorite Place on Earth, Celebrated People Share Their Travel Discoveries, is written by former National Geographic editor and award-winning author Jerry Camarillo Dunn. My Favorite Place on Earth brings together the world's most famous people, from the Dalai Lama to Robin Williams to Jane Goodall, telling stories about places they love the most. And the places they love are as varied as the fame they attained. Actress Natalie Portman chose the well-traveled Jerusalem, whereas astronaut Buzz Aldrin chose the less-traveled Tranquility Base on the moon. And Jerry Seinfeld gets much more down-to-earth with his choice of Central Park. To enhance the stories further, Dunn scoured the files of National Geographic to create sidebars full of intriguing information about each place. But the real allure is the entertaining narrative, inviting readers to experience the excitement of traveling with these celebrated personalities to their favorite places on Earth and beyond. And that's our tagged close-up. Hey, this week there have been a lot of great releases in the world of books, DVDs, and music. I have had so much fun sifting through all of them for you. And I've come up with my top tags. Blowin' in the Wind at number 5 is Bob Dylan's Together Through Life deluxe CD and DVD set. This is a collection of 10 original songs recorded by his road band. I love the thick Texas ambience in these hard-bitten love songs. And it is 4 for 4. What's better than one movie based on a Nicholas Sparks bestseller? 4 of his movies all in one DVD set. Included are The Notebook, Message in a Bottle, A Walk to Remember, and Nights in Rodanthe. Reach for the Sky. At number 3, Nobody Move, a provocative thriller set in the American West. Award-winning author Dennis Johnson brings us a story of an assortment of lowlifes and their cat and mouse game over $2.3 million. Smelling Like a Rose at number 2 is Summer on Blossom Street, the 5th in the Blossom series from author Debbie McCumber. The ladies of the A Good Yarn Knitting Shop are together again. This time, they start a Knit to Quit class, hoping to bring in customers for a weekly self-help session. And do you take this book to be your number 1 tag? I do. It is Vision in White. Author Nora Roberts presents a novel of love, friendship, and family in book 1 of The Bride Quartet. And those are my top tags for this week. Sunscreen, sunglasses, and Sag Harbor. Bring it on, summer. I am ready for you. See you next time on Barnes & Noble Tag.